One of the big stories, and we haven't really talked about it yet, has been Israel, and of course those pagers, and they really, Israel doesn't mess around, right? Like that's all I'll say. Like the Mossad, like really, really doesn't mess around. Israeli intelligence is phenomenal. It's sort of amazing that October 7th actually happened because their intelligence team is so incredibly good at their jobs. Well, they're so good at their jobs that you'll note, of course, that all those pagers that Hamas terrorists were carrying blew up like right in their hands. And that was obviously a very, very big story. It was incredible. It turns out that Israel actually made and shipped these pagers to them. Now, today, we're getting news, of course, that Israel has launched strikes on Hezbollah targets in Lebanon, nearly 500 dead there. It's tragic because this is war. And people dying is never a good thing. But one of the things that sort of struck me today that's making some news is what Obama's former CIA chief had to say about this. So this is like a former Clinton guy, former Obama guy. His name is Leon Panetta, former Secretary of Defense, former head of the CIA. And I'm just going to say this. Our ally has always been Israel. Like, we helped create Israel. Our ally in the Middle East is Israel. It's not Hamas. It's not Iran. It's Israel. So why is the former head of the CIA saying this?
To be able to place an explosive in technology that is very prevalent these days and turn it into a war of terror, really, a war of terror. This is something new.
Is it terrorism?
I don't think there's any question that it's a form of terrorism.
What? So now Israel has just used terrorism against the actual terrorists? Like, we do define Hamas as an actual terrorist group. I don't know. Maybe Leon's like hanging out at Harvard too much. Leon, go hang with Claudine Gay. She's no longer president at Harvard. Right? Because she was willing to defend the inexcusable stuff, which I guess apparently you're in sync with. I don't know what to make of that comment. What do you guys think? I mean, this is the former head of the CIA, the former Secretary of Defense, and has he just changed sides? The whole world wants to know what that was about. And here's the danger, ladies and gentlemen. If Kamala Harris becomes the president of the United States, what does that mean for our relationship with a longtime ally like Israel? What does it mean for all of our relationships with allies? Is she going to turn all that upside down because, Rashida and the guy that's out, the fire alarm guy, Bowman, they tell her to? The squad is noisy enough that she's got to then switch her allegiance? I mean, this is bonkers. I did not expect that from Leon. We haven't done a ton on this story. It's just so horrible, horrific. It's really a downer, right? But I had to show you that because I find that really, really disturbing. I mean, you're watching which way the wind blows, and it's not blowing in Israel's direction when the former head of the CIA is saying stuff like that. Okay.